To remain compliant, any employers who wish to hire people from outside of Korea must sponsor their work visas. The number of temporary work visa categories in Korea is substantial, and there are at least 28 distinct working visa subclasses that are categorized according to the type of skilled workforce, from most professional for skilled job seekers, language teachers, researchers, and university professors, to non-professional for fishery, construction, service, household, manufacturing, and ship crew jobs. Because of this complexity, it may be more challenging for businesses and job seekers to determine what visas they require and how to obtain them. In this video, we will describe the most applied visa categories that are considered for foreign skilled and semi-skilled applicants who are looking to enter into Korean job market, and also we will see how to get permanent residency and citizenship in Korea. So to have a comprehensive and step-by-step application processing, stay tuned until the end of the video. Welcome back everybody, thanks for watching this video. My name is Ahmad Reza, and here in Persia Global we help those who are in search of better opportunities to work, relocate, or study abroad. In today's video, I'm going to give you details on Korea work and residence permit, different types of work visas, application processing, and other useful details on how to get permanent residency and citizenship in Korea. People that apply for the South Korean work and residence visas should know that getting it might not be too easy. The visa requirements are quite high, and the application process can be confusing as there are many ways to apply depending on what you do and need. The most straightforward part about Korean visas are the costs. Foreigners may gain employment according to the received visa type, which is determined by the purpose for entering Korea. Foreigners who enter Korea with a spouse visa F6 acquired through marriage with a Korean national are also legally permitted to work in Korea. The average salary of a person working in South Korea is 3,890,000 Korean won per month, almost $300–500 US. Generally, to apply for a South Korea work visa, expats can apply for a visa either online via their visa portal or physically at their embassy. Expats need a sponsor letter from their company or a relevant South Korean government department to apply for a work visa. Work visas are usually valid for 1 year and should take 2 to 4 weeks to process. It isn't possible to change from a tourist visa to a work visa within South Korea. This must be done from an embassy or consulate in the expat's country. Applying for professional visa categories to be eligible to work in South Korea, you need a university degree. Your degree should be in the same field as the job for which you are applying to. In addition, a knowledge of the Korean language is not necessarily mandatory, but it is highly advisable. Mainly for E-type visas, you are considered a professional when you have a relevant degree, and in a visa like E7 visa, which is a points-based skilled workers visa, your degree has also a point that can add to your eligibility to get this type of work visa. I'll explain this visa in the following. If you want to move to Korea without a job, you can apply for a D10-1 job seeker visa. Work permits and employment-based visas for professionals in South Korea depends on what they do. Your options for a long-term employment visa allow you to stay for more than 90 days are the following. E1 visa for professor. This visa is aimed at expats seeking to give lectures or do research in their field at above college-level educational institutions. The multiple entry visa is valid for 1 year and can be renewed in 1 year intervals. In some cases, you can be allowed to stay as long as needed, with renewals available every 5 years. E2 visa for foreign language instructor. This visa is designed for expats that wish to teach a foreign language at a company or school above elementary school level or similar institutions. Foreign language teaching assistants for elementary, middle, or high school also qualify for this visa. The multiple entry visa is granted for 2 years and can be renewed in 2-year intervals. E3 visa for research purposes. This visa is for expats that are invited by a public or private institution to conduct research in natural science or advanced technology. The multiple entry visa is valid for 1 year and can be renewed in 1-year intervals. In some cases, you can be allowed to stay as long as needed, with renewals available every 5 years. E4 visa for technical instructor, technician, or formerly titled as technological guidance visa is for expats with expertise in natural science or high technology that are invited by a public or private organization or offer skills unavailable in Korea can apply for this visa. The multiple entry visa is valid for 1 year and can be renewed in 1-year intervals. The single entry visa is valid for 3 months and can be renewed in 1-year intervals. E5 visa for special profession. Architects, lawyers, physicians, accountants, and other such professionals can apply for this visa. They must be internationally licensed and hold Korean government's permission to practice their field of expertise. The multiple entry visa is valid for 1 year and can be renewed in 1-year intervals. The single entry visa is valid for 3 months and can be renewed in 1-year intervals. E6 visa type is for sports, culture, and art, designed for expats that participate in musical, artistic, and literary activities. This includes for-profit modeling, pop entertainment, adult entertainment, hotel and business entertainment, and sports. The subclass for artists is E61, for hotel and adult entertainment is E62, and for athletes is E63 subclass visa. The multiple entry visa is valid for 1 year and can be renewed in 1-year intervals. Athletes are eligible if they engage in sports industry, such as being a professional football, baseball, or basketball player, and their accompanying managers, etc. E7 visa is for foreign national with special ability. This visa is for applicants who plan to engage in a field designated by the Minister of Justice for the foreign workers with professional knowledge, technology, in accordance with a contract with a public or private institute in Republic of Korea. This type of visa is also a point-based visa that you need to get the required point to be qualified. Persons who obtain 52 points or more in total with at least 10 points earned in skillfulness of the industry contribution value factor, or persons who obtain 72 points or more in total with at least 35 points earned in required items. Foreign employees working legally in Korea for 5 years or more, a non-professional E9 maritime crew E10 or work and visit H2 visa are also allowed to change their status for long-term employment when meeting the requirements, such as in skillfulness, etc. Under the foreign skilled worker points system visa E7 for scheme. To that end, recently the Korean Ministry of Justice has changed in selection criteria, with priority given to higher points applicants, and they expect that the improved selection measure in E7 visa types will contribute to supplying qualified skilled workforce to those industries struggling with chronic shortages of a skilled workforce, including small to medium-sized manufacturing companies. D10-1 visa type is for job seekers. If you qualify for one of the mentioned visas but do not have a job yet, you can still move to South Korea as a job seeker by applying for a D10-1 visa. However, the eligibility standards are quite high. You will need to meet meet one of the following requirements. Your previous employer has recently, no later than in the last 3 years, been featured in the Fortune 500 list, or you are a graduate of a university listed on the Times Higher World University rankings. You are a recent graduate or graduated in the last 3 years of a Korean community college or higher education institution. You have a bachelor's or higher degree and have completed a research program at a Korean research institution in the last 3 years. You are recognized by the head of a diplomatic mission. You can also obtain this visa if you are planning on doing an internship in Korea. In non-professional visas, there are E9 work visas for construction jobs, agriculture, fishery service, and manufacturing. E10 visas are for jobs as coastal, fishing ship, cruise ship crew. F1 is for household assistant. South Korea's work visa document requirements. The documents you need to present when applying for a visa depends on which type of visa you opt for. However, all work visas require you to have a complete application form, your passport, a colored passport size photo. Some visa application procedures also require you to present your employment contract, educational and professional certificates, criminal record, or recommendation letter. When applying, you will also need to pay a fee. For South Korea work permit visa application, there are both online or soft submission of documents and physical submission or hard copy visa application documents and forms. You can apply your application in 2 steps. Firstly, through e-visa application via the visa portal with a link below our video, or apply for your visa via Korean diplomatic missions, abroad embassies or consulates in your country of residence. And secondly, get your confirmation of visa issuance application via the visa portal or via Korean immigration offices. Korean immigration office that has jurisdiction over the area of inviter or sponsor's residence. In fact, the sponsor or inviter starts the application process from Korea, and in the end, your sponsor must download visa application form for the applicant from application status on the visa portal and send it to applicant via email, or inform him or her of the number and expiry date of the confirmation of visa issuance. The applicant must receive visa application form for the confirmation of visa issuance or its number, expiry date from the sponsor in Korea in order to apply for his or her visa at the Korean embassy or consulate general. You should notice that the confirmation of visa issuance is valid for 3 months and is effective for visa issuance just for once. The type of job you are planning on doing determines how you should apply for a visa. For example, people that have an offer to work as pilot in Korean Airlines or a local transportation company should apply for an E5 visa at a diplomatic mission. Expat professionals who work as lawyers or physicians will also need to apply for an E5 visa. No matter the type of work visa you apply for, the application is only obtained if you apply through a sponsor, your employer, or a visa agency. Visas, both e-format and regular, can be obtained by the applicant or with the help of a sponsor. The application forms can be found online with a link in the description section of the video, and hopefully they are available in Korean and English languages. Another issue I'm going to cover in this video is the acquisition of permanent residency by migrant workers that includes following methods. A foreign national residing in the Republic of Korea for 5 years or longer, a spouse of a Korean national or permanent resident and his or her child residing in Korea for 2 years or longer. A Korea-born child of an F5 father or mother visa holder residing in Korea, A foreign investor who invests in at least $500,000 and employs 5 or more Korean nationals, foreign-born Koreans who are also qualified for citizenship, ethnic Chinese born in Korea, individuals who have completed official programs at graduate schools in Korea and have acquired a doctorate degree, individuals with a doctorate obtained overseas who have majored in advanced technology and are currently employed by a Korean company, individuals who have skills in specialized areas such as science, administration, education, cultural art, athletics, etc. Individuals who have worked in the manufacturing industry, etc., in the same business for 4 years or longer under an H-2 visa, individuals who have lived in Korea for 3 years or more after acquiring a point-based residency visa F2, or those who have lived in Korea for 2 years or longer with a visa for ethnic overseas Koreans F4, individuals who have invested in real estate or businesses, a public interest for 5 years or more, etc., and also individuals with a technology and a business startup visa D84 who have lived continuously in Korea for 3 years or longer, as well as individuals who have deposited 1.5 billion Korean won or more in investment immigration funds of public interest and intended to maintain the investment for 5 years or longer. For gaining Korean passport or nationality, a person who has lived in Korea for more than 5 years and has a permanent resident status of F5 visa is eligible for the process of naturalization. The Korean naturalization is done through the general, simplified, or special methods. The first method is through general naturalization. Foreigners must have a F5 visa before applying for general naturalization. It takes around 18 months an examination period to get a passport. The second method is naturalization through marriage. To qualify, you must be legally adult based on Civil Act. You must have good conduct. You must have the ability to maintain living on your own assets or skills, or is a dependent member of a family capable of supporting themselves. And also you must have basic knowledge befitting a Korean national, such as understanding of the Korean language, customs, and culture. Thanks again for watching this video. Please subscribe and check our channel for more videos on different methods in finding better opportunities to work, study, or immigrate abroad. Please also comment below our video if you have more queries related to South Korea work and residency permits. This video's quote comes from Winston Churchill. He says, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Until next video, over and out.